So in my previous episode, what I showed you was how to convert a WF7710 printer into a sublimation machine, and then we made a sublimated mug. In this episode, what I want to do is I want to sublimate onto 100% cotton t-shirt. I've been reading reviews and things like that, and it doesn't look good for printing onto 100% cotton. Mainly when you sublimate a t-shirt, it has to be 100% polyester or some type of synthetic material. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you my magic liquid. We're going to apply the magic liquid, and then we're going to sublimate onto a 100% cotton t-shirt without the fluid, and then we're going to print onto a t-shirt with the fluid that has gone onto it and let dry. We're going to get something happen today, I promise. What they say is when you print sublimation onto 100% cotton, the actual image doesn't come out as bright and it doesn't come out as well as what it would on a polyester shirt. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to print out an image. I'm actually going to take a photo of myself, I'm going to crop it out, put a couple of colours in it, and then I'm going to put it onto a 100% cotton t-shirt. Then we're going to get my fluid, I'm going to put it onto the shirt, let it dry, and then I'm going to put the same image onto that shirt and compare the both of them and see if it is a viable option for selling to people. You know, I just want to make sure that when you put the fluid on there, it doesn't leave any weird marks around the edges. I don't want it to be hard and crispy. You know, I want it to be, if you buy a cotton t-shirt, you buy it because it's cotton, it's nice, it's comfortable, you know. So I'll go through all those things, but first what I need is I need a picture. So
Hubba hubba!
I'm going to take that and put it onto my software. I'm going to cut it out, put a couple of little words on it, then I'm going to print it out, and then we'll get ready to put it onto a t-shirt. Here we are, my finished product. I'm just gonna leave it, I'm not even gonna mirror the image, but this is mirrored and you're seeing it in reverse, so thumbs up who likes investing. Oh, okay, it was a quick one, you know. I didn't really spend much time on it. That was literally from the time I took the photo to putting it on there, it probably gave me 5 minutes. So this is what it actually looks like. So when we're putting on sublimation, what we want to do is we want to reverse it because it goes onto the t-shirt face down, and then we'll actually see the image mirrored. So just a tip for when you're doing this. So now I'm gonna preheat my press. I should actually print out another one. We really want to make sure that we let the sublimation ink dry onto that sublimation paper. Make sure it's nice and dry. And we don't want to smudge it either. And another tip, when you're doing sublimation, make sure that you look across the whole of the sublimation paper and make sure that your ink jets aren't leaking onto the paper, because it might look like there's no ink there, and then when you actually sublimate something, say a mug or anything that's ready to be sublimated onto, you'll put it on 400 degrees or whatever you've set it to, and then you're gonna look at it, at the finished product, and you might see small splodges of ink or some sublimated material on your print and wonder where the hell it came from. If you don't clean your jets, then you might actually get spotting and it might go across the page and you might not pick it up right away. You see the image, you're like, everything's cool, and then when you sublimate it, you got all these dots everywhere. Make sure that you clean your jets. Clean your jets! Betty and the Jets! Oh! Clean your jets. So I'm preheating my heat press, and that'll be set to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm gonna heat press the sublimation ink on here for around 30 seconds. And we're going to have a medium pressure also. We don't want that sublimation gas escaping around the print. We want to make sure that it's going onto the shirt and onto the shirt only. So I'm just going to set that up to 400 Fahrenheit. Then I'm going to take my shirt and I'm going to put it in and get rid of that moisture. As you've heard in many of my previous videos, cotton holds in that moisture. Get rid of all that gas. Because the last thing we want to do is have moisture when that gas comes in and it doesn't actually go into the cotton. So we've got a cotton t-shirt here, it's preheated, all the moisture's been taken out of it. What we want to do before we even think about putting it in the heat press is putting something between the two layers of shirt. When we heat up the sublimation ink, it's going to turn into a gas and then it's going to go into the cotton. If we don't have something stopping that gas coming all the way through, it's just going to come onto the back of the shirt. So, bit of parchment paper. You know, around about the same size, something like that. Really good. Make sure it's flat. Perfect. Okay, so that's going to stop that gas going to the other side of the shirt. Now I'm going to get my print, I'm going to put it on my shirt. So I'm going to come down 4 from the neck, 4 from the neck, so it's bang in the middle. I'm just going to look at my, you know, that's about bang on the middle, and I'm going to get my heat-proof tape. Heat-proof tape. And what we're going to see is the black and the colours aren't going to be very vibrant. The image is still going to go on the shirt and it's going to have a bit of a vintage look. But the best thing to do and the best way to find out something is to do it. So now I'm going to put it in the press. So this is what it looks like. This is what I'm talking about. See these? Right on the edge. Right on the edge. They went there before. See? Right there. I just see how it's come up on that. That's the one thing I was talking about. Make sure, you know, luckily this isn't a customer's t-shirt, I might just give this to my girlfriend. But as you can see, you know, the colours have come up really well. The colours have come up, you know, nice editing skills there, you enjoy that one. But as you can see, the colour isn't very vibrant and the black isn't very black either. Get some light on the situation. If that's actually helping or not. But it's there, you can see it. We'll have to give it a wash test and see how it goes. Usually give it a full day before you actually do it. Is that green seems to be a little bit different there. I think that's actually, it's slowly but surely cooling down and changing colour. So there you go, sublimation onto a 100% cotton t-shirt. You know, it's not a bad thing. You know, it actually looks really good. It hasn't gone all the way through. Make sure you put that parchment paper in between, otherwise it bleeds all the way through. I've done it. Through. Nice. I'll probably give it a few washes, and then I'll see how this one comes out anyway, because it's just another thing to offer someone, you know, if rather than vinyl or the screen printing, you've also got sublimation. You know, you really have to make sure that it washes well so that you can advise your customer or someone who's wearing it, say, it'll be great, you know, a little bit of a vintage look, kind of cool, couple of pictures on there, but you know, it will start to wash out and get a little bit grainy, you know, but that's what happens. You wanted the 100% cotton shirt, you wanted those images on it, and it may even be better than transfer paper. Again, I don't know that just yet until I start trying it out, washing it, put it in the dryer a couple times and see how it goes. But I've got my magic fluid from my 100% cotton t-shirt, and I'll see if this makes an improvement. At least then I'll have something to compare it to. My 100% cotton and 100% cotton with Daddy Boy's magic fluid. Let's put it in the bottle. I'm going to spray the fluid onto the shirt. The bottle is new and there's a little bit of air, so some spots are coming out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a cotton t-shirt and I'm actually going to dab in and make sure that the whole shirt is evenly coated with this fluid. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and put it under my heat pump and let that air circulate throughout the shirt. Leave it there for an hour, 2 hours, and then we should have a shirt ready to put that sublimation ink onto. Here we go, I've got my cotton t-shirt, it's been sprayed, it's been dried, and I can really feel it. It's like a, you know, it goes from nice soft cotton to this weird, I don't know, it's like a transfer paper material, you know, it's, I don't know, it just feels weird. You can feel it stretching, it's like it's left a coating on there, you know. So what I'm going to do, Daddy's fluid says it wants to be around 190 degrees, which is 370 Fahrenheit. So I might preheat this, give it a 5-second burst just to get rid of any residual moisture that's in there, and then we're going to head it up with the sublimation print. What I've done is I've taken the edges off of it just to prevent what happened to that shirt happening to this one. Is it actually... Is it worse than the... I think the actual cotton one's done a little bit better. The green's definitely a bit better though. So you've got the greens. So it's actually a different colour. This is a very light colour, green. As you can see it. Where's this one? You can actually see the material that's been... Can you see? So that's the coating one, and then this is the cotton one. Can you see how it's all fibery? It's got a lot of fibre sort of setting up, that fibrillation sort of looking, whereas we go with the coating one and it's all completely flat. If this is bits of cotton and bits of that material hasn't gone over properly. You can even see the line between the black. It's actually, I think that's the actual shadow of the shirt. See how the folds, see? That's lighter, darker, lighter. That's exactly what this has done. It's actually got the shading of the shirt, which is actually pretty cool. This one hasn't. It's just all completely black. You can kind of see it, but it's not really there, because this has captured it. It's not exactly a replacement for things like vinyl and screen printing. I'll do a few washes on it. I'll keep going. I'll get better and better at this. But that's exactly the instructions that came with the fluid. 370 degrees for 20 to 30 seconds. I gave it 25. It's always good to just bang it in the middle. These are recommendations. You know, on the cotton and polyester shirts, you know, they're 400 Fahrenheit for the 25-30 seconds. Whereas this one was a little bit lower. I don't know why. But that's just what it recommends. So I just try and do it exactly how it recommends. And I mean, the dollar signs came up a little bit better. You know, but it still has, yeah, it has come out better. Like, you can look at the black, the writing. And then you look at this writing and it's like it's bleeding. You know, like, look at that. Thumbs. And then this one. This one's a lot crisper. It's a very crisp writing. The writing is really good. Though it's not completely black. Either is that one. But this has done a better job. You know. The colour's done better. The writing's done better. I think I had my expectations up a little bit too high, because you can't sublimate on 100% cotton. You really need that synthetic fibre to capture that gas and lock it in there, and the cotton can't do it, and having something sitting on it just doesn't work either. But it's always good to have a go, and I won't mind wearing something like that. I don't mind wearing a t-shirt for a day or two, because, you know, I really need to have, you know, some shirts that are basically burn shirts, so that I can test things out on, exactly like this. You know, this shirt will go, and then, you know, I might coat the bottom of it, try it out again, see if I can do a better job. And I don't really think I'm going to get a better job than that. That's exactly the recommendations. That's how it comes out, and I don't think it's going to be perfect. But we gave it a go. If you have tried it and you've had anything that's actually worked properly, let me know. Please let me know if you've sublimated onto 100% cotton and got it to work and swear by it. Just let me know. I would love to try a few things, because it's just so easy. Print it out, heat up the heat press and press it on. It can't get any easier than that. Just like my mugs and things, you know, 100% polyester shirt, just heat it up, put it on, and it stays in there, and it's wash tight as well when it's on the polyester. I don't know how it's going to go on this one. I'll wash it a few times, and in the next video I'll let you know how they fared. I'll wear it in the intro. I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks for joining the journey, and like and subscribe.